Axel Caballero is with us. He is the founder and producer of Cuentame. Axel, my apologies for my terrible Spanish pronunciation.
Oh, no problem. It was very good this time. It's just the accent on the Cuentame.
Cuentame, thank you. I know the first time I had you on TV, I just mangled both your name and Cuentame, and I hope I haven't. If I've mangled your name, please correct me.
No, it was perfect.
Okay. You guys are well, first of all, tell our viewers and listeners about Cuentame.
Well, Cuentame, we are a community and a project within the larger scope of Brave New Foundation, and we do a lot of documentary series and campaigns to support not only a wide variety of issues within the Latino community, but also, as was the case today, worker rights issues, family issues, or Latino family issues as it relates to employment, and as well as in general, just Latino arts, Latino students, for example, and a wide variety through video and in partnership with other organizations to really create an impact. It translates, it means Cuéntame means count me in or tell me your story. And so that's what we do. We tell stories to get people counted. Okay,
and the website, by the way, I should have mentioned this when you first came on, is mycuentame, which is spelled Cuentame.com, mycuentame.com. And Axel, tell me about the May Day March in support of the LA trash workers.
Oh, it was fantastic. There was a coalition of organizations, Los Angeles Alliance for a New Economy, the LA County Federation, the Teamsters, along with Cuéntame, and together we were supporting, particularly outside of American Reclamation Center, Recycling Center, workers there who have been complaining time and again for a long time now on abuses, particularly abuses as it relates to their treatment, lack of safety, lack of security. When they stand up for their rights, they get terminated. And it's become a really a big problematic in the area, a big problem. So that's where we're there. Dolores Huerta spoke out. We had a band out international, Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, who spoke out and performed. We had Marilena Durazo from the LA County Fed and Labor Leader also speak out. There were hundreds and hundreds of people. I think, some estimates were between 700 or 800 folks. And it was really an amazing event. We screened a video that Cuéntame produced in partnership with these organizations to really support the rights of these workers, which are being abused consistently. And whenever they try to speak out, which is a very concerning fact, is that they're getting reprimanded severely.
And my guess is this is not a situation unique to Los Angeles.
No, definitely not. This is widespread. This is actually symbolic to something happening widespread not only in the state of California but across the country as more and more these private recycling facilities have been receiving contracts from cities like American Reclamation, who is receiving a contract from El Monte City. These abuses are ignored because the amount of money that is being dealt with is enormous, and these contracts obviously benefit the pockets of a few, while many workers barely make minimum wage. They are under severe conditions. In fact, in this particular case, two workers, there were 16 and 17, they died in one of the facilities. They died because of lack of proper safety, and nobody compensated, nobody talked about it. They just hushed the situation, and so that's what we're claiming. That's what we're going against, an enormous amount of greed by the part of these corporations, and then the city, and pushing the cities to really take a look twice at the contracts that they're about to dish out.
Yeah, this is the dark side of both recycling and privatization, of functions that, particularly when cities are supposed to be responsible for dealing with the trash. and they're contracting it out to private corporations, just privatization in general, is it not?
Yes, and what it causes is it creates a vacuum. It creates a vacuum where there's barely any regulation because there is a faith put into these corporations that they're going to act on behalf of the constituents and on behalf of the citizens and on behalf of the city, for that matter, because they have signed a contract. But what ends up happening is that they operate under their own rules and they operate under their own labor laws. They create their own regulations to a certain extent. They subcontract and they blame the subcontractors for some of the abuses that are happening, and they relinquish all responsibility. And so that is what we need to face when we have a local community or a local city or city council facing the situation of privatizing one of the services. We really have to stand up and ask the right questions and demand that other alternatives are looked at, or that at the minimum that worker rights are at the negotiating table.
Yeah, absolutely. Axel Caballero, Cuentame.
Perfect.
Cuentame, the website, mycuentame, mycuentame.com, for the great work that you're doing. Congratulations on a successful action today.
So much, and I really do encourage your listeners to email City Council at elmonteca.gov, and that is elmonteca.gov, and tell them to protect worker rights and say no to American reclamation.
You got it, Axel. Thanks so much for being with us.